This may not come as a surprise, but as a teenager growing up in the early 2000s to 2010, 2014, I was I've been pretty much raised on the Halo series, and Halo 3 is still one of the best games of all time. Irrefutably, the best game in the entire franchise, besides ODST, is definitely going to compete campaign wise, and so is Reach. But I wanted to sit here and talk today because I just got on the topic of Halo because I was like, Destiny 2 sucks. Like, I know a lot of people like Destiny 2, including my girlfriend likes Destiny 2. I know that a lot of people have some emotional attachments to that game, but I just can't help myself to think that it is just a like Borderlands copy of like Halo, and it is so dumb to me that people like it so much. But at the same time, I digress. I did have a good argument against me one time where I was like, I don't understand why people like this game, and someone was like, yeah, well, it's because they like it and they enjoy it. And I was like, I can't even refute that. I'm not even gonna argue. Like, you know what, good for you, that's fine. Like, I have nothing against that. I concede. That's your argument, you win. But I digress. I wanted to talk about Halo 3 because actually I love the physics of Halo 3 so much. And you know, when people came out with Forge World for Halo Reach was a great game, don't get me wrong. But Reach's Forge, while at the time as it was advertised, seemed very improved, right? Well, it's because you could do the phasing and you had Forge World. I don't think it was anywhere near as good as Halo 3's Forge. Because in Halo 3's Forge, like when you had Sandbots, if you've ever played like the custom games of Halo 3, have you ever seen Mongoose Season? Or like literally you just go up into the map and you have that whole grid part above Sandbots. Best shit ever. And the sand trap, the physics of the elephants, you could use the missile pod with the man cannon to push the elephant in the air, and they had two floating elephants revolving around each other, and it was a custom game where you guys would all spawn on the elephants and you would like fight with floating elephants. It was so cool. They're not mods, it's just the game was that like kind of buggy. It was just the physics, it wasn't really buggy. Like, I had a moment with my friend in Halo 3 where there's a Banshee. Like, okay, so I throw a plasma grenade at the Banshee, but I miss, so it doesn't, it's not going to kill the Banshee. But my friend's got a Spartan laser, so he's going to shoot it and blow it up. He also misses, but he ends up shooting my plasma grenade, and the splash damage of like that destroyed the Banshee right next to it, which it was phenomenal because at the time I didn't comprehend that the plasma grenade had a hitbox and the Spartan laser hit that hitbox, and that's just like stuff like that. It's just little details that are so fucking phenomenally crisp. Like how the sniper rifle, you could just fucking ricochet it off the ground and you ricochet it off the wall, and it was strategically, like, if you could get good at it, it was very like powerful. Same with the fuel rod cannon, the Covenant rocket launcher. So with the fuel rod cannon, if you would shoot it, its projectile was actually like malleable, like it could bounce. This projectile would bounce and then it would explode. But if you shot it and after a certain period of time mid-air, it enters like a second phase and it stops the bouncing property. Now it explodes on impact. It was just like those little details made the game so much better. It made it so significantly, like, yeah, they had Forge World physics where you could phase things, but the Forge in Halo 3, you had more like wedges, different types of, like, you had all these different types of things, and the physics of them was just so good. Like, there was a map called Iraqi Tunnel where you play this game, Watch Out, and it's got a man cannon with a dumpster, but blocking the dumpster, like physically, the power-ups, like the active camo power-ups or the overshields, when you would walk into those bubbles and you would get the power-up, well, they were physically blocking the dumpsters. So when you activate the power-up, the dumpsters just fucking shoot out at you, and it was like a trap. And dude, that was so fun. And so many old custom games were so fun. And that's why those games were just significantly better. I have like almost every single VidMaster challenge in the entire Halo franchise back then, but except for Light Switch. I literally, the only ones, Light Switch and Endure, the only ones I didn't do was play the multiplayer one. But literally all we played on Halo 3 was custom games because they were so fun and addicting and exciting to play with your friends. It's so good. And to carry on about the physics, it's like when people play all these GTA 5 videos, you see all these YouTubers and all these content creators putting out GTA 5 videos of them just playing the game. I hate it. It's so pathetic to me. Because what Rockstar did is they super downgraded their physics. And Grand Theft Auto 4, best fucking Grand Theft Auto in the entire franchise. Better than San Andreas, better than Vice City, better than 5. Grand Theft Auto 4 is hands down got the best physics. It's the best game in the entire franchise. You could go up and you use the melee button to like kick the car. If you kick the car all the way around, you can see that the exterior of the vehicle is actually changing. The hitbox is changing. It is you can turn it into a potato on the outside. You just smash it a bunch of times and it literally will move. Same with like the helicopters. If you fly the helicopter and you fly low to the water, the physics will actually physically move the water. The water will dip down and move away, and you can fly lower into the water because of the propeller blades pushing it like a fucking airbender. Well, in GTA 5, it shows that effect cosmetically. Why would you downgrade your game? That's the thing I don't like about this. That's why I don't like Bungie. That's why I don't like Rockstar. The only thing Rockstar, don't get me wrong, Red Dead Redemption 2, fucking, you know what? I take back the shit I said about Rockstar. But when you go and deliberately downgrade a game in certain ways just to make them better in a different way, I can't stand it. It's just stupid. Like the mechanics in GTA 5. If you walk up and you stand in front of a cop for too long or you get too close to them, they will actually just pull their guns out and immediately start shooting you. And don't fucking tell me that they don't. They absolutely do. You need to go watch the videos. I could tag a video in my description below. It's literally the differences between GTA 4 and GTA 5. The cops that are chasing you when you have stars on the road, they're in cover. They're out of cover. They're moving. They're in cover. They're covering each other. They're rolling. They're moving. In GTA 5, they're literally just running behind you. And it's so awkward. They're just running. In GTA 4, you could use your gun and you could shoot them in the hand and you would disarm them. Their gun would actually fall on the ground. You can't do that in GTA 5. They just hold the gun as you shoot them in the hand until they die. It's just all these little details. But it's not just like what I'm saying now. It is a fucking enormous list of downgrades. And that's just 4 games like that. It's like Back 4 Blood and Left 4 Dead. Like, what the fuck happened to the movement speed? And what even is the fucking special infected? And don't hit me with that silly, goofy gooberness of, oh, Back 4 Blood isn't in the same, isn't a Left 4 Dead game. I get that, but when you're making it, like, the developers are coming back for a new game, and then they make it significantly worse, and everybody immediately forgets about Back 4 Blood, like, why the fuck would you play that game? Like, why would you even buy it? Like, it's such a fucking waste of time. Back 4 Blood was so fucking dumb. Literally, I go play Left 4 Dead 2, like, now. I still play it, because it has great mods. Like, I literally have a Shrek tank, and a fucking Diddy Kong jockey, and a Quagmire charger. It's like the best shit you could do. I don't understand why these companies deliberately downgrade these games. Like, GTA 4 is the best game of literally all the entire GTA franchise. Halo 3 is the best Halo. Like, it's irrefutable. Like, you can't sit there. You can always sit there and pop that argument that I talked about earlier, where you say, "Oh, it's fun and I like it," and I can't argue. I love it. You know what? If that's what you do, you like that game and you like to play it. I'm not gonna sit there and argue with it and say that it's bad, unless you're telling me that it's good. That's it. Thanks, guys.
Complete.